Imagine two leaders. Both have the same information. Both have the same resources. Both face the same high-stakes decision under extreme pressure. One freezes. One acts with precision and clarity. What's the difference? It's not IQ. It's not experience. It's not even the quality of their strategic thinking. The difference is kinetic intelligence, the ability to use your body as a tool for thinking, deciding, and leading. Today, we're going to explore why physical discipline isn't just about fitness. It's about building the cognitive architecture you need to dominate in any arena: business, leadership, creativity, or life. And here's the thing: most people have no idea this intelligence even exists. What is kinetic intelligence? The word kinesthetic comes from the Greek word kinesis, meaning movement. When you have kinesthetic intelligence, also called bodily-kinesthetic intelligence, your brain is wired to learn and process information through movement. Psychologist Howard Gardner identified this as one of his 9 types of human intelligence. It's the ability to use your body skillfully to express ideas or solve problems. For people with high kinetic intelligence, movement is memory. Action is insight. But here's what's fascinating. Everyone has this capacity. It's not just for athletes or dancers. Your brain is fundamentally wired to process information through your body. Your cognitive operations are closely linked to physical states of the body. Research shows that movement acts can actually support cognition when they're meaningfully related to the task at hand. In one study, participants who were allowed to touch and rearrange objects made fewer errors on a counting task under cognitive load than those who could only look. Touching objects helped them offload cognitive burden onto their environment. Your body isn't just a vehicle for your brain. It's part of your brain's processing power. The science: how physical discipline rewires your brain. Let's get into the neuroscience. Research shows that experts consistently demonstrate superior action anticipation within their domains. Table tennis players, for example, can predict their opponent's moves with remarkable accuracy, not because they're smarter, but because their bodies have learned to read kinematic patterns that novices can't even perceive. This isn't magic. It's what happens when sustained physical training creates what scientists call a robust internal model. Your brain literally builds better prediction systems when you train your body. But it goes deeper than that. Athletes have superior executive function performance compared to non-athletes, and this increases with sports experience. Executive functions are the higher-order cognitive processes that support goal-directed behavior, working memory, inhibitory control, and cognitive flexibility. Physical activities with cognitive demands are particularly effective for improving cognitive flexibility. Think about what that means. Every time you push through physical discomfort, every time you learn a new movement pattern, every time you force your body to adapt, you're literally upgrading your brain's ability to think flexibly, hold information, and control your impulses. And here's the key insight: you can train your brain to tolerate and even enjoy physical stress. Researchers have found that small doses of physical stress can rewire mental tolerance. When you give people who are minimally active a little physical stress, it gives them a new point of reference, making it easier for them to do something difficult again another time. Stress has shaped humanity. It's one of the reasons we're here today. The question isn't how to avoid stress, it's how to use it to your advantage. Coping with physical and mental stress while exercising helps develop resilience. Your body and mind adapt through challenge, not comfort. The military precedent: why the most elite organizations use physical discipline. Now let's look at who already understands this. The U.S. military has shifted its focus from creating super athletes to building what they call human weapon systems. Combat effectiveness now requires the ability to be cognitively present in what you're doing. At Kadena Air Base, enlisted professional military education has transformed. Instead of lecture-based instruction, leaders now face the combat readiness challenge, a physical crucible where they must think, communicate, and lead while fatigued and under time constraints. They climb walls, crawl under obstacles, carry equipment, all while processing operations orders and making real-time decisions. The curriculum shifted toward functional fitness and the practical application of mission command. Concepts like leadership are no longer treated as abstract lessons. They are executed in real time under stress, with outcomes tied directly to decisions. Every decision matters. Every misstep becomes a learning opportunity. Why does this work? Because physical stress strips away the luxury of overthinking. When you're physically exhausted, you can't rely on your usual cognitive shortcuts. You have to think clearly under pressure. You have to lead with presence. You have to make decisions without the comfort of endless deliberation. This is why elite organizations use physical discipline as a training ground for strategic thinking. It's not about building muscle. It's about building the mental infrastructure to perform when everything is on the line. From the battlefield to the boardroom. Now let's bring this to your world. Maybe you're not a soldier. Maybe you're an entrepreneur, a creative professional, a leader in your organization. The same principles apply. The modern business environment has become a kinetic and non-kinetic fusion. Success requires the ability to operate across multiple domains simultaneously: cognitive, physical, emotional, strategic. Yet most leaders treat their bodies as an afterthought. They sit for hours. They neglect physical training. They see exercise as separate from their work, not as an essential part of their cognitive toolkit. This is a strategic error. Research shows that long-term exercise benefits brain function and physiology. Even 20 minutes of moderate to vigorous exercise consistently benefits cognitive performance, especially for executive function tasks with higher cognitive demands. When you're physically disciplined, you're not just getting fit. You're building the capacity to process complex information faster, make better decisions under pressure, recover from setbacks more quickly, sustain focus for longer periods, think more creatively. And here's something most people miss. The connection between embodied experience and strategic thinking is profound. Differences in embodied experience drive the acquisition of different meta-strategies, the higher-level approaches you use for balancing action with thinking, deciding what actions to try, and knowing how persistent to be with a current plan. Your body literally shapes your strategic instincts. The practical framework, building your kinetic intelligence. So how do you develop this? Here's a framework you can start using today. First, train under cognitive load. Don't just exercise while thinking. The military does this with their combat readiness challenge. You can do it too. Go for a run while listening to a complex podcast or audiobook and try to summarize what you heard afterward. Do a high-intensity workout followed immediately by a challenging cognitive task. Practice making decisions when you're physically exhausted. The goal is to build the neural pathways that allow you to think clearly when your body is under stress. Second, learn new physical skills. Experts develop superior action anticipation through domain-specific training. The same principle applies to you. Learn a martial art, take up a new sport, learn to dance, pick up an instrument that requires physical coordination. When you learn new movement patterns, you're literally building new neural connections. You're expanding your brain's capacity to process information through your body. Third, use movement as a thinking tool. Stop treating thinking and moving as separate activities. If you're stuck on a problem, get up and walk, pace, gesture, use your body to work through ideas. Research shows that meaningful physical movement can enhance creative cognition. Your body isn't distracting you from thinking, It's part of your thinking process. Fourth, embrace physical discomfort deliberately. Don't avoid challenge, seek it out. Take cold showers. Do hard workouts. Push your physical limits in controlled ways. Each time you do, you're training your brain to handle stress more effectively. Fifth, make it consistent. The benefits of physical discipline compound over time. This isn't about occasional workouts. It's about building a lifestyle where physical discipline is non-negotiable. The strategic implications. Here's the big picture. We live in an age of information abundance. Everyone has access to the same data, the same tools, the same knowledge. Strategic dominance no longer comes from what you know, it comes from how you process what you know. Physical discipline gives you an edge that can't be copied. It builds the cognitive architecture that allows you to think clearly when others are overwhelmed. It develops the resilience that allows you to recover when others break down. It creates the presence that allows you to lead when others are paralyzed. The military is already moving in this direction. They're shifting from measuring physical fitness in isolation to measuring and building the ability to perform missions. They're treating soldiers not as athletes but as integrated human systems. This is where leadership is going. This is where high performance is going. This is where strategic dominance is going. The question is, will you get there first? Your move. Kinetic intelligence isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Your brain is wired to learn through movement. Your cognitive operations are linked to your physical states. Your strategic instincts are shaped by your embodied experience. Every time you choose physical discipline, you're not just building a stronger body, you're building a stronger mind. You're building better decision-making. You're building strategic dominance. The research is clear. The military has proven it. The science supports it. Now it's your turn. Start today. Move with intention. Train with purpose. Build the physical discipline that becomes the foundation of your strategic edge. Your competitors are sitting still. Your rivals are stuck in their heads. Your industry is filled with people who treat their bodies as separate from their work. Be different, be kinetic, be dominant. This is Mind Goals. Now go move.